Hello, my name is Stephanie Toothaker. I'm a director with Tripp Scott. It is my great honor and pleasure to have my friend, Commissioner Bobby Dubose, here with me today. Commissioner Dubose was first elected to the City Commission of Fort Lauderdale in March 2009. He was subsequently elected by his peers to be vice mayor and was re-elected to the City Commission in 2011 without any opposition. He has since decided to run for the State House of Representatives, a graduate of the University of Florida, and we are just thrilled to have you here. So Bobby, thank you for being here. Tell us a little bit about your background and yourself.
Thank you for having me here. I guess I'll start out where you left off and say go Gators.
Go
I'm
Gators.
A proud graduate of the University of Florida. I was born and raised in Fort Lauderdale. In fact, I'm third generation raising my family. I have two future Gators, and they'll be fourth generation Fort Lauderdale. Life was pretty much full circle for me. First person to go off to college in my family, and I came back to my community to serve. I feel to whom much is given, much is required. So I've had great opportunity to really give back.
So tell me why you first decided to run for elected office. Why did you first decide you wanted to run for City Commission?
Well, I've pretty much been involved in my community ever since I was a kid. High school, student government. I was president of the NAACP Youth Council, went on to the great University of Florida, served as vice president of student government, member of Blue Key, was an RA, kind of did those things. And, leadership was something that came easy to me, and I saw the impact of service and giving back. So when I came back, I saw an opportunity to serve the very place that had served me and raised me and allowed me the opportunities that, I was able to gain.
And tell us about some of your accomplishments while you've been a city commissioner.
I'll start with probably my greatest accomplishment that I personally loved the day when we broke ground on the plaza on 7th Avenue in Sistrunk. That particular project had been, in the works for 20 years.
A long time. A
long time. It was a promise made to the community. It was something that my mother, unfortunately, wasn't able to see, but the day we broke ground and we were able to deliver that grocery store that was promised, I think that was probably my proudest moment.
And I know you've been very active and vocal on budgetary issues. Can you talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, absolutely. When I came into office, it was a challenging time. The country as a whole was facing some real economic challenges. And so in the city of Fort Lauderdale, I can say we persevered. We didn't raise our taxes, we didn't raise our millage, and we still have one of the lowest millage rates of cities our size in the entire state.
And I know you've also been very active in the Florida League of Cities.
Florida League of Cities, yeah. As a newly elected official, it's a great place to really learn, really network, and so when I got elected, I got involved. I was chosen as a delegate, and within probably less than 18 months, I was president of the Broward League of Cities.
What a surprise.
It was a fast track. And from there, I was chosen to serve on the Florida League of Cities executive board, where I currently serve. And when I was president, I took on an initiative, million-hour challenge. And what I did was I challenged the entire county, the business community, faith-based, education, government, just regular citizens to come together and volunteer. I mean, that's what we do. We are here to serve. We're servants. And not only did we meet the challenge, we exceeded the challenge. We collectively logged 4 million hours. And it was so successful that the Florida League of Cities wants to take on that initiative. I think the next president did ask me, hey, I want to take that platform and I want to use it throughout the state of Florida, because what better way than to serve?
So you were reelected to the City Commission in 2011 without opposition, which has to be every elected official's dream. I think that speaks volumes to what a fantastic job you've done as a city commissioner. So what made you decide that you wanted to run for State House? And what's your platform? What are the things that you think you can accomplish?
There are a couple of things that I weighed. In any major step, I got to tell you, three things that come to play. Have a serious conversation with my family.
Yes.
My wife has to be on board, and she is. I pray about it, and I talked to my pastor. So I went through that vetting process, but I saw an opportunity, a current representative termed out. And to be honest, a lot of the accomplishments we have here local is because of our leadership in Tallahassee. We do depend on the state for certain items. Some of those major accomplishments and revitalizations within my district were funds that we were able to secure through the state and federal. I felt through my experience here locally and that I really had something that I could take to Tallahassee and I could champion those issues for not only Fort Lauderdale, but Greater Broward. We do have some unique issues here. One of the big things, it's in Fort Lauderdale, but it really affects all of us, is beach renourishment. We need a strong advocate that understands the tourism and the impact that it has here locally. And this is an issue I've been dealing with, pretty much since we've been on the commission. Economic development. I served as a co-chair, 6 Pillars initiative for the Florida Chamber and the governor, and we put a plan together that put us in line to receive, dollars as far as economic development here locally. I spent a lot of time working with our local school board district. The state sent down a mandate for us to either repurpose 4 of our schools or close them down. And man, let me tell you, that process was a difficult process because it's hard to go in a neighborhood and tell parents, hey, listen, there's a possibility of closing the school, or we have to completely change it. And there was a lot of resistance, and worked really closely with the district school board member and the superintendent. And one of the schools that we repurposed was Dillard High School. And I'm happy to say that Dillard is now an A school for the first time.
And the date of the election is?
The primary is August 26th.
August 26th.
Absolutely.
Well, I want to thank you for being here. I'd like to just ask you to take just 2 minutes and close and tell us why you're the best candidate for District 94. I
strongly believe I wouldn't be the man I am today, but for my community embracing me. And so it's my opportunity to take what I've been given and to give back. Like I said, to whom much is given, much is required. I think that I have the leadership skills. I've served on the Florida League of Cities Executive Board. I'm also the immediate past president of Broward League. I'm the vice chair of the Broward County Planning Council. I sit on the TDC. I have those experiences. I've shown them over and over in regards to my leadership here locally, on the commission, served as vice mayor. I've championed many tough issues that we've had to deal with and taken some leadership and shown what a collaborative effort by myself and my colleagues and what we can accomplish. And I think all those things wrapped together, hands down, say I'm the best candidate to represent District 94.
Thank you, Commissioner Dubose, for being here. We're really thrilled to have you on a Tripp Scott webcast, and we appreciate everybody watching it and voting for Commissioner Dubose on August 26th. Thank you.
Thank you.